Good afternoon. We're at my house today. This setup is for humidifying and flattening papers, and that area of the center has been taken up by storage of the shoe collection, so we're going to be doing that work here. As you can see, I've got some cardboard or heavy paper items here that need to be flattened, and I have some and these are some cemetery maps that have been donated to the center. I'm going to set those out of the way because I do have stuff in the humidifier now, and I need to get it out before I can put the new stuff in. And then before I can do that, I have my press here to flatten things after they come out of the humidifier, and it's got stuff in it, and we need to get that off of there. So we're going to remove the weights off of my press board. These weights are boxes of books. The board itself is just a cutout from a countertop. Gets heavier every year too. Then we have something to carry that away on, so I'm going to use one of those trifold display boards, and I will take these papers off, and these papers are just to help the paper dry when it's in the dry better when it's after it's out of the humidifier. And I keep them laying flat so that when I get them out to the area where I'm going to be digitizing them, I will have them nice and flat. Okay, now we have several layers of this, so we're going to get those all cleared off of here. And yes, we have all of that here. This is a pretty badly banged up Lincoln Semi-Weekly Courier from 1901, and it's coming apart, so we're going to try to get it digitized before we lose it altogether. It won't be around with us much longer, so we need to take care of that. Here, I'll get this out of the way. Now, the humidification chamber is just a tote. I've been using this one since I started this process. Set these aside too. Those are going to go in there with the maps. And we take the lid off. And we have several layers of artifacts in here. And I've got these dividers to support them, to keep it from dropping into the water. And these are just out of an old shoe storage thing that I found at a garage sale one time. And here we have papers that need to be flattened and dried. So we will put those out here. I think we can get one more on there. Got enough of those shelving units to do about 5 layers. Then we take dry paper and separate this layer of paper from the next layer. Then we get the next paper out. These were all really folded up badly when we got them. So we have to get them flat before we can photograph them. And we just keep doing this over and over until we empty the tub. And these papers help the artifacts to dry. And we got one more layer, and we have the Lincoln News. Lincoln News of September 18th, 1895. It's one of those that I had never heard of before, because it's not recorded anywhere. It must have been in one of those short-lived papers. So we'll take care of that. I'll put that board back on here so I don't accidentally knock those off the table while we're working with the tote over here. Bottom layer of grids stretches across to supports that are on either side of the bottom of the tote. And now I need to empty out the old water, the stale water, so that we can put fresh water in. Okay, I've got the tub cleaned out now, and we'll put some fresh water in. Now, if we have items that we believe are hosting mildew or mold, we would want to add a cap full of concentrated Lysol to this water, and in the time during the humidification, it will distribute just like the water droplets that are going to go into those papers. Then we put our bottom supports in to keep the papers out of the water. And then we bring our papers over. This happens to be 1942 graduating class of Lincoln High School. I could also have some war news in it as well, so I haven't looked at it thoroughly for that, but at least we'll have the photographs for the graduating seniors for that year. Let's put a layer separator in there. These separators keep the air flowing between the parts of the paper so that everything gets saturated with water molecules. Fill this one up. And one more. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Now we got another layer of separators, and the last paper to go in is a map of the various places that Logan County or Central Illinois soldiers are distributed across the country to the various camps, training camps. Okay, and then nope, not the last layer, but got another layer of the separators. Then we go for the maps. We have this one is Mount Joy Cemetery. But we need to get it flat so that we can make pictures of it and make it available for people who want to go out to Mount Joy and look for graves, or headstones. And this one is, oh, it's not been written on, so, oh, here it is, Union Station Cemetery, right there by the old depot. And it's got good separation between the four parts, so we're going to just leave it that way and flatten it out when we put it under the board over here. And we put the lid back on. These two pieces I determined are not necessary to flatten or to humidify, so we'll come back to those. We have 3 days to wait now till that gets completely humidified, and then by that time the press will have done its job to make these flat enough to lay out on the table so I could photograph them to make digital copies. But I do need to put the boxes back up here. It's part of my cardio workout for the day. The resistance training part. Okay, so we're all set up. Wait 3 days, go through this whole thing again if we have more to put in here. Right now, I think this is about the end of what I need to do for this period of time. Thank you for stopping by. We'll see you in the next video.